Hello students. So today we are going to discuss about the combination of registers, right? So basically there are two types of combinations. One is series combination, another one is parallel combination. The third will be the combination of these two combinations like series and parallel, that is also called as mixed combination. So for mixed combination we'll go through the problems, right? So firstly I am going to discuss about the series combination, right? So when more than one register are connected one by one in series, then the combination of the registers is called as the series combination. What is the property of series combination? In series combination, the same current flow throughout the circuit, right? So I am considering three registers here. Just look at here. The first resistor of resistance R1, second resistor that is R2, and third one is R3. These resistors are connected across the point AB, right? So now we have to find out the equivalent resistor of all these three resistors. What do you mean by equivalent? Equivalent resistor is that resistor which will produce the same effect as all three resistors are producing at a time, right? So what we'll do? We'll find the equivalent of all these three resistors, right? So we can draw an equivalent circuit here, right? So one resistor is connected across the same point AB and the value of that resistor is R equivalent, that is represented by Req. So I have to calculate this value. So what is the procedure to find out the R equivalent? Let us see. So what we'll do? Firstly we connect one battery across the point AB, right? So I am taking here one battery. This is the positive terminal of the battery, this is the negative terminal, and I have connected this battery across the point AB. So let us consider there is a current I flowing through this battery where the voltage of the battery is given as V, right? So because this is series circuit, so same current will flow through all the resistors because there is single path, and according to conservation of charge, if this I current is coming through this path, so the same current will flow throughout this. At any point you can apply the conservation of charge. At this point, like I am looking, right? So I current is going towards the point, then I current will move out of the point. So there will be conservation of charge, right? So I current will flow throughout the circuit. Now, if this is the resistor and I current is flowing through this resistor, there will be the potential drop. There will be the potential drop across this R1 resistor. Let us consider that potential drop is V1. Further, the potential drop across the second resistor, that is V2, and the potential drop across the resistor R3, that is V3. Right? So, because the net potential drop across the point AB is V, so that will be equal to the summation of individual potential drops. So we can write from here the governing equation, that is V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, right? Now for each individual resistors we can apply the Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? V equal to IR. So for resistor first I am applying the Ohm's law. Ohm's law for resistor first. Ohm's law for R1, right? So what is the voltage across the resistor R1? That is V1, and equal to current through the resistor is I, and resistance of the resistor is R1, right? So this is V1 equal to I R1. For second resistor we can apply the same law. So V2 will be equal to I R2. Similarly, we can apply the Ohm's law for the third resistor, that is V3 equal to I R3, right? So first governing equation I have written here. Now we can apply the values of V1, V2 and V3 in equation number 1, right? So applying all these values in equation first. From equation first, this V equal to I R1 plus I R2 plus I R3, right? This is equation number 2. Now, since we know this is the equivalent resistor, so this resistor will produce the same current, as our actual combination of resistors are producing. So we can apply the Ohm's law for this equivalent resistor. So there will be the voltage across the point AB, that is equal to V, and V equal to the current flowing through this resistor, that is I. So V equal to I multiplied by R equivalent, right? So this value can be applied in equation number 2. So V will be equal to I multiplied by R equivalent. And from right hand side, since I value is common, so we can take it common, right? So I bracket R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now I is at both sides, that will be cancelled out. So from here we can get the formula R equivalent equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, right? So the equivalent resistance for the series combination will be equal to the summation of individual resistances, that is R equivalent equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. If there are n resistors connected in series having resistances R1, R2, R3 Rn, so the equivalent resistance will be equal to R equivalent equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 Rn, right? So like this we can find out the equivalent resistance for the series combination. Now next we'll talk about the parallel combination, equivalent resistance for the parallel combination, right? So let us see. Now another circuit I am going to draw here. That circuit is the combination of resistors in parallel manner, right? So I am considering here three resistors connected across point A and B. The first resistor is R1, second resistor is R2, and third resistor is R3. So these are connected in parallel, right? And let us consider the potential drop across the point AB, that is V. So what is the property of parallel combination? In parallel combination, the potential difference across each resistor is same, as we have already seen the property of series combination. In series combination, the current value is same for the each resistor, but in parallel combination, the voltage value across each resistor is same. Why the voltage value is same? Because all the resistors are connected across the same point. So what will be the governing condition here? The voltage across each resistor is same, right? So I am placing one battery like this having V volt, right? And let us consider the current drawn by this battery is I, right? Now at this particular point, when we apply the principle of conservation of charge, so if this I current is distributing through this three parts of circuit, right? So let us consider in R1 resistor the current is I1, in R2 resistor the current is I2, and in this R3 resistor the current is I3. At this particular point I am applying the conservation of charge. According to conservation of charge, the current coming to this particular point will be equal to the current moving away from this point. So I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now we can apply the Ohm's law for each and individual resistor, right? So I am applying Ohm's law for resistor first. So the voltage across this resistor is V, and that is equal to current through R1 is I1 and resistance is R1. Now for second resistor we can apply V equal to I2 R2, and for third resistor V equal to I3 R3, right? So to put the values of I1, I2, I3, we can take the help of all these three equations, right? So we'll find out the values of I1, I2 and I3 from these three equations and apply in equation number 1. So from equation 1, the I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, so I1 value is V divided by R1, right? And I2 equal to V divided by R2, and similarly I3 equal to V divided by R3. This is equation 2. Now these equations are written for this original circuit. Now we can draw the equivalent circuit of this or the combination of resistors, right? So what will be the equivalent circuit? Equivalent circuit is having one equivalent resistor, and that is connected across the same point, drawing the same current, and voltage is also same. So for this equivalent circuit we can apply the Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law for this circuit? V equal to I, and what is the resistance? R equivalent, right? So from this equation we can get the value of I and we can apply it in equation number 2, right? So just look at here, this I equal to V divided by R equivalent, right? That is equal to V divided by R1, V divided by R2 plus V divided by R3. So because in all three terms V value is common, so we can take it common, V and 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, right? So because V is common at both sides, so we can cancel it out, right? So what will be the equivalent resistance? 1 upon R equivalent will be equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, right? So from this equation we can get the value of R equivalent. So in parallel combination, the reciprocal of equivalent resistance is equal to the reciprocal of summation of reciprocal of individual resistances, right? So this is the parallel combination case, right? Hopefully this derivation of series combination and parallel combination will be clear to all of you. Thank you.